Let me get this off of my face. All right, and we're back in business after some technical difficulties. As you can see, Kid is on the move. And unfortunately, in this setup, I can't see chat. Any ideas, Molly? Oh, wait, I think I see chat. Live chat. All messages are visible. There we go. All right.
Hold on, it says it's not. It says it's scheduled for 7:23.
For this one?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Okay.
No, there we go. All right, we are live. Technology, people. If it's not 1945, I'm telling you now, it's crap. As our torpedo tubes eclipsing the sun. And we have, I forget this one's name. The Trey Paul is doing some. Hello, Molly. Molly is our first viewer to comment. And she's standing right here beside me. How nice is that? We are so disconnected that she has to text me or chat in a live chat to say hello to me. No, they don't need to see me. Hello, Kipfer. How are you? Glad to see you this morning. I have to tell you, for me, hello, Frank. Welcome. For me, the ship looks really bare without the 40 millimeters, without the searchlights, without the 20 millimeters. But when we get them back, they are going to just look fabulous. I can't go backwards in the chat, but somebody asked, how is the kid doing? As you can see, she's underway. We are getting ready to take her into the dry dock. And by we, as I said earlier on the first live stream, not me. We are not getting ready for World War II, Rich, or World War III, Richie. You know how I feel about that conspiracy theory. And thank you for congratulating us on going into dry dock. This has been a long time coming. A lot of people have been working on this. Some of them are not even with us anymore, but they got the ball rolling. Got the seed planted. And here we are. Nathan Bergeron, hello. Wave to the crowd, Nate. Kipfer Parks is off to the left here, but he's on his phone, but he seems to be doing fine. No heart attacks. He is busy coordinating. You can see him right there. Parks, wave hello. Somebody was asking after you.
Hello.
They're going to be a little backlit by the sun here. As I pan this way, you can see how huge that dry dock is. That whole thing is going to sink down and then lift up the kid. Floating dry docks are amazing. For those of you watching, if you see Richie in the chat, Richie used to live in Baton Rouge. He was one of the early ham radio club members that came aboard Kid and did the, I can't say broadcast, but he monitored the airwaves. That's the safest way I've found of describing ham radio. Just like when people call the ship a boat, and I go, it's not a boat, it's a ship. When I say broadcast, the ham radio guys just cringe. You can see them just all flinch because they don't like that word. But Richie has been a long time supporter of the Kid, even though he doesn't live in the area anymore. He watches all the videos. He stays attuned to what's happening to this old lady, and we appreciate that. And there is his radio call sign if anybody wants to talk to him. Good morning, Josh. Good to see you back. I do not have a steady cam, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't see all this shaking, but hopefully you get the picture. Get it? Get the picture? Molly laughed kind of mockingly, but And there's Mr. Elijah Otto.
Hello.
Say Ferris for us, Elijah.
It's Ferris.
Ferris. How long will she be in dry dock? Well, she will be in dry dock probably. We'll be in the yard. I'm going to say this. We'll be in the yard probably through December. Whether or not she's still in dry dock that entire time, I do not know. Hello, F-Man. Thanks for tuning in. Folks, you're truly witnessing a miracle right here because you can see Nate in the shot, and Nate is resisting with every fiber of his being from jumping into the water and swimming to the ship. He has been without his ship for a long, long time. I think, Molly, we have a short coming up soon talking about Mr. Nate and all the stuff that he's fabricated soon.
Yep.
Yeah, that should be debuting sometime in the next week or two, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the ship.
He fabricated so much on that ship. She would not be what she is today if it wasn't for his fabrication skills.
He made it all up.
No, he didn't make it all up. He had pictures and plans, blueprints, drawings.
Did you ever get the digital file of the blueprint?
Depends on which blueprint you're talking about.
Yeah, or sure.
Molly, talk to us about the super chats, please.
So as you know, we need money so we can fulfill all of our wish lists, our wants and the needs on the wish list. So on YouTube, you can actually send us super chats. So right at the bottom on the right, there's a little money sign. Hit that and you can send us money through this live chat right now. And if you send us something, we'd probably be more likely to answer your questions. So go ahead and send us money and we can get that going on this live chat. Thank you. Thank you for all your support.
If you ask me about World War III, I'm going to double your fees because the ship is not getting ready for World War III. And let's see.
Super chat?
Check it out, Miss Molly, if you can. James, thank you for the alert. Molly is diving into that right now. And if it's not 1945, it's crap. This is my life motto, because technology is moving faster than most of us seem to be able to keep up with, at least people my age. I'm old now. Hello, New Jersey. How are you guys? Good morning to you. Everybody's always curious, you know, you guys should talk to New Jersey, you should talk to the Texas, you should talk to this or that ship. And guys, I'm going to tell you, most of us are so connected that we are giving each other a hard time by text or by messenger or what have you. I'm routinely bugging Ryan periodically at the New Jersey, and Travis and I, factually accurate. There you go, New Jersey. Travis and I, every time there's at Texas, Travis Davis at Texas, every time something new comes out about Star Wars, we're on the phone or on text and checking to make sure that we're not doing a spoiler on each other, but we're talking Star Wars all the time in addition to ship talk. So it is one big hashtag, one fleet. Let's pan over and take a look at the dry dock. If you watched our most recent project update, you noticed we were talking about all of these blocks that they were putting together. And you can see some of them in location now for the keel. I'm going to out Ryan a little bit. Ryan actually admitted to me that Kidd is more of a New Jersey girl than New Jersey because Kidd was actually born in New Jersey. Now, he's going to factually deny it in just a second. He's going to deny that statement. But Kidd was actually built in Kearney, New Jersey in 1943, 42, 43. So she is a Jersey girl. Have we decided on the rudder yet? Well, you know, the rudder is going to be at 0. We will keep ours at 0. And this is one of those slow moments that you've talked about. North Jersey is a whole separate country than South Jersey, where the ship was now. I told you he was going to deny it. All right. Sounds like they're getting ready to move the dry dock, which is a little faster than what I had expected. But Kipper, remember, it's 120 degrees in the ship, except where the air conditioning units were. So we do have air conditioning on board in a couple of places. Gives you a little spot where you can stop and you can cool off and then continue on your way. Some folks have talked to us about air conditioning the whole ship, and we do not have any plans to do that because one of the things we've noticed is in the areas where there is air conditioning, the ship sweats on the inside, just like a Coke can coming out of the refrigerator. It's colder on the inside and warmer on the outside, and it condensates. So we can't have the ship condensating on the inside. She was not built for air conditioning, so we're just keeping those 2 areas, or those 4 areas ultimately. And what we'll have is just those couple of spots, and we've got a dehumidification system inspired by the cobia up in Manitowoc that keeps those areas dry, pulls that moisture out once that cold air hits the warm hull. Dry dock is edging forward ever so slightly. I don't know if you can see the wall moving against the bollards there, but we are moving forward. And I hear our drone going, but I can't spot it. Where's our drone at, Mr. Todd? Ah, there it goes. There's our drone. Hunter Svitanix. I probably mangled his name. Hunter is another part of our documentary team. He's the one that chased the ship downriver. His family owns Johnson Marine, and Johnson Marine did the very first soundings of the hull and gave us an idea of what we were looking at before we went and started asking for money. All of this, by the way, is made possible through the state of Louisiana, a generous allocation. I don't know what the proper financial terminology would be, but they gave us the money to bring her down and put her in the shipyard. You hear us talking about donate, 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 and the donate, donate, donate comes about because we have 2 lists. One list is what needs to happen, and that's where that money from the state is going to play in. The other list is the want list. The stuff need to happen in the shipyard than trying to take place in Baton Rouge or kicking the can down the road and letting the next generation worry about it. We don't want to leave anything on the table. Whatever we can do for the ship and for future ship keepers now, we want to take care of. So by watching our videos, you're donating. And if you go to our website, USSKIDD.com, and you push the support our mission link and push that donate button and donate that way, you're helping us get more done in the yard than we would with just what we've received from the legislature. So good luck with that, Kipper. That's a lot of money to buy a ship. We just did a post recently where one of Kidd's sisters, the USS Bears, B-E-A-R-S-S, Fletcher-class destroyer during World War II, was entirely funded through war bond purchases by Rapides Parish, my home parish. For those of you outside Louisiana, that's the same thing as a county, and they entirely funded the whole thing, which was very rare. Trey Paul is doing some maneuvering with Kidd. We're on the move, so apologies for shakiness. Miss Molly's walking in front of me so I don't trip and fall. You can see those two projections coming out from her starboard side on the stern, and what that is where our gangway normally rests. You also see a cable coming up there. That's our electrical line. If you were able to see the port side, you would see 4 projections coming out, and that's where our collars normally are. We have a better angle here of the keel blocks and the dry dock. Kidd must have missed us. She's coming back to us. That would be a huge dry docking effort. Kipfer. Queen Mary is a big ship, much bigger than Kidd. It would be kind of equivalent, I would think, to dry docking a battleship like Texas or New Jersey. Good morning, All American Travels. Good to see you. You know, interesting historical fact, the dry docks that the Essex class carriers and the battleships were using in World War II, many of them came in sections, or the Alabama, many of them came in sections that would be connected together, and then they would all sink in unison and rise in unison. You needed them in sections to just make it feasible to move around. And many of those sections, not all of them, but many of them were built about, I'd say about 40 miles away, maybe less, from where we're standing right now in Morgan City. In fact, these sections were so huge that they would have to flood one side of the dry dock, which would cause that to sink and the other one to flip up into the air. And then with them on their side, they would tow them through the Panama Canal to get them into the Pacific. And then once on the other side of the canal, they would pump out the one that was submerged, flip it back down to land in the water, and tow it, just like you see this one here, to wherever it needed to go. One of those sections of dry dock was still around when I visited Corpus Christi several years ago. The Navy had brought it back from the Philippines, and they were using it for the mothership for the little mine hunter squadron that was down there, the MHCs. So I got to ride alongside of it in a boat. That was before 9/11, so you could get up close to it. And it still had the gun tubs for the 20 millimeters up on top. I don't know whatever happened to that, but as of 1999, it was still down in Corpus. I think it's gone by now, probably sold, maybe scrapped. Trey Paul is coming back up on me. Somebody asked the question, when will Kidd be back in Baton Rouge? No earlier than May of 2025. It's all dependent upon the river. Back up so I don't get splashed. Wave hello, Miss Molly.
Hello.
Hello.
Guys, we have some new viewers now. just want to remind y'all we have a new feature on YouTube called the Super Chats. It's monetized. So that enables you to send us donations directly through YouTube. So go down to that bottom right corner and there's a little money sign. Hit that button and you can send us any amount. Any amount helps for our dry dock period so we can get more done in the shipyard. So thank y'all very much for your support.
So we got the technical glitch fixed?
Yeah, I looked
Awesome.
on it on mine and it looked like you're able to, but let us know if you're not able to.
Very good, very good. It's getting a little splashy back here. I'm going to back up a little bit more. Somebody mentioned Texas in the dry dock a moment ago, and we got to go over. Parks and I went over to tour Texas in the dry dock. Travis and Kyle took us through, and yeah, it's like a jacuzzi, huh? We got to go through and we did the Battleship crawl, and I'm proud to say that I made it with Travis all the way down from stem to stern along the keel right beside the blocks. And I did not have to get down on all fours and crawl, and I did not have to step out. I made the whole length. So I made the keel challenge. New Jersey, did y'all have something similar? Because y'all are longer than Texas. Let us know. Sorry for the lighting, guys. It's a little bit silhouetted, I know. We're in a north-south orientation with the canal and the drainage basin here. Hello, Michigan. Battleship New Jersey responds with a pink hand. I don't know if that means that they scraped up their hand on a battleship crawl or what, but she does indeed look different without the anti-aircraft and the searchlights, but they are getting worked on as we speak. Well, not as we speak, because we're all down here today, but you know what I mean. If you guys could see me right now, you'd be laughing because I got half my face covered with my hat because the sun is so bright in my eyes at the moment. And I'm peering at the phone through my hat. Kip, for to volunteer, you need to fill out a volunteer application on our website, and then Mr. Elijah Otto will be contacting you to talk with you and see what we have available that would be a good fit for you. Hello, Mr. Frank. How are you doing? Mr. Frank Heiler right there. Oh, and he donated $19.99. Excellent. A great year. Thank you, Frank. Frank is our electrician, our whatever Frank needs to be at that moment in time. He's on the team. He has helped us for what, about 2 years, 3 years now, Mom? About 3. Those tug captains are amazing, and I lost the rest of it. There it is. Got caught down a YouTube rabbit hole watching them work their magic. Yes, they are amazing. They can make those things turn on a dime. A perfect example of that is if you watch our video where we come out of the cradle, the shipboard view, and Captain Andy McKinney and McKinney Towing. Man, he can make a tugboat, a push boat, do just about anything. That dude, the whole family is amazing. The McKinneys have been long-time supporters of the USS KIDD. I think I'm going out of focus. There we go. And I gotta say, for everybody who's watching that might have seen our project update on Sunday, thank you, because, oh, thank you, All American Travels. We appreciate that. Another donation, Molly. We agree DD61 is the best. The rest of the historic fleet will probably disagree with us, but you know what? Everybody should think their ship is the best. As I was saying, though, for the project update, we let everybody know about the safety rules for this morning. We didn't know it was going to be this morning when we made that video, but we haven't heard of any incursions since we started live streaming, and trust me, I would have heard it. Any incursions, we'd probably have to shut down the live stream. You like the Alabama, but she's not the KIDD. Yes, that is very true. Let's go. Where are we going, James? I was under the impression about her going back into dry dock, but it looks like maybe they might be maneuvering her to go forward into dry dock.
She's going bow first.
It looks like they're going to put her in bow first, which makes sense because I do not see a gap in the blocks on this side for her sonar dome. So yeah, I got bad information and I relayed that to y'all. So this is why you always verify. Never trust a one source rumor. That's something Tim Rizzuto taught me years ago. He would always clarify if he was telling me about something. This is a one source rumor. Go out and see if you can verify it. And then a good friend of mine also said, Wikipedia is not a source. Follow the links on Wikipedia and find your own verification, independent of Wikipedia. And that's a very wise course of action, because anybody can go in and mess with Wikipedia. Trying to hold the camera as still as possible. Unfortunately, I don't have a tripod, so I apologize, guys, if it's a little too shaky. It's Gorilla with a U, not an O. Gorilla camera work. You okay there, New Jersey? Somebody pat New Jersey on the back. They got something stuck in their throat. Right now I have the sun directly above my phone, and I've got the reflection of the sun hitting me below my phone. I cannot win at the moment, folks. Who scheduled this dry docking at this time, Molly? That summer sun is brutal. You can tell how much current is coming. Watch the vegetation just circle in the eddies here. All American Travels, you blaming Parks? I don't think Parks had a hand in it. I think probably Thomas C. said, we're doing this then and we got to go. But I'm not going to blame Thomas E. either. It's just going to be some ethereal somebody. Part of the problem I'm seeing here is not that the camera is going out of focus, Molly. It's my glasses. I'm looking at the screen through my glasses, and that's why the phone is closer than my glasses want it to be, and it goes out of focus. Agreed. I've heard an estimate of about 5 hours, so it will be a little bit like watching paint dry. Yes, Louisiana. There is a distinct difference in humidity in Houma versus Baton Rouge, only 2 hours away. You can literally get out of the car and feel like you're taking a shower. LST 325. Hello, Don. We really enjoyed y'all doing a drive-by on us when you guys were going back upriver. I have not been aboard the 325 since she was in Mobile. I definitely want to get back aboard her and see all the changes, all the cleanup you guys have done. Galley had about 3 inches of grease all over. Galley had about 3 inches of grease all over the stovetop. Some kid was taking and needle gunning the grease off of it. It was so caked on there. The needle gun was the only thing that was making that stuff come off. So that's the sort of stuff that you have to get involved with, getting cosmoline and all this stuff off of the equipment, and again getting it cleaned and painted and back into service. So I really am looking forward to going aboard and seeing 325 and see the progress that's been made in the past 20 years. Guys, I'm having a little trouble with signal at the moment, so I'm going to sign off for a few minutes, give my arms a little bit of a rest, get something to drink. Make sure you hit that notification bell, and when we go back live again, it's going to ding you. We're up to 25 people watching. We appreciate you, and we'll be back soon. If I can figure out how to turn this off now. I'm still not figuring it out.